Welcome to a fascinating exploration of our dark side, based on the ideas of the legendary Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung. In this video, we will delve into the concept of the shadow, the part of ourselves that we tend to deny, repress, and hide from others. We'll discuss the importance of facing our shadow, integrating it into our personality, and how doing so can rejuvenate our lives and contribute to healing a divided world. Remember these words from Carl Jung himself. Like plants, so men also grow, some in the light, others in the shadows. There are many who need the shadows and not the light. The Red Book. The psychological shadow is created when certain aspects of our personality, including our weaknesses, flaws, and animalistic drives, are repressed and pushed into the unconscious. This repression is often a result of constructing a persona or mask, which we wear in the social world to make a specific impression on others and to conceal our true nature. The persona is a kind of mask, designed on the one hand to make a definite impression upon others, and on the other to conceal the true nature of the individual. Carl Jung, 2 essays on analytical psychology. This profound statement by the esteemed psychologist Carl Jung delves deep into the complex nature of the human psyche. The persona, as Jung suggests, is a facade that we present to the world, shaping our behavior and actions to fit the expectations of others. However, in doing so, we often conceal our true selves, hiding the darker and less desirable aspects of our personalities. The shadow is an essential concept in Jungian psychology, and it's something we all have. It represents the parts of ourselves that we keep hidden away in our unconscious mind. Our repressed desires, fears, and aspects we're not proud of or don't even realize exist. The thing is, the shadow doesn't just stay hidden. It influences our behavior, relationships, and self-perception in subtle and sometimes not so subtle ways. You see, our unconscious mind is like an iceberg, with most of it hidden beneath the surface. The shadow is a significant part of that hidden realm, containing elements of our personality that we've deemed unacceptable or unworthy of acknowledgement. But how does the shadow make itself known? One way it can manifest is through our emotions, especially when they seem out of proportion to a situation. For example, imagine you're walking down the street and someone accidentally bumps into you. You feel a sudden surge of anger, disproportionate to the situation. That reaction might be a glimpse of your shadow, revealing itself through your emotions. Another way the shadow can influence us is through projection. We might see our own repressed qualities in others, attributing negative traits to them without realizing that those traits are actually parts of ourselves. Have you ever been irrationally annoyed by someone's behavior, only to later recognize that same behavior in yourself? That's your shadow at work. It might sound scary, but understanding and accepting the shadow is an essential part of being human. When we deny or suppress our shadow, it can grow more powerful and more likely to influence our lives in negative ways. However, when we acknowledge and accept our shadow, we can begin to integrate those hidden aspects into our conscious selves, leading to a more balanced and authentic life. In essence, the shadow isn't something to be feared or ignored. It's a natural part of our psyche that holds the potential for growth and self-discovery. By exploring and understanding the shadow, we can gain insight into our true selves, overcome obstacles, and enhance our relationships with others. So as we delve deeper into the concept of the shadow, remember that it's not an enemy or a sinister force lurking within us. It's a part of who we are. And by understanding and embracing it, we can take an essential step towards personal growth and self-acceptance. Recognizing your shadow is a crucial step in understanding yourself and achieving personal growth. It all starts with self-awareness and a willingness to examine your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Here are some practical steps to help you recognize your shadow. 1. Observe your projections. We often project our hidden aspects onto others, particularly when we're irritated or annoyed by someone else's actions or traits. When you notice yourself judging or reacting negatively towards someone, pause and ask yourself if there's an element of projection at play. Could it be that you're seeing your own repressed qualities in them? 2. Pay attention to emotional triggers. Strong emotional reactions can signal the presence of your shadow. Reflect on situations where you've overreacted or felt intense emotions that seemed out of proportion. Dig deeper into those emotions and explore what aspects of your shadow might be causing those reactions. 3. Identify recurring patterns. Your shadow can reveal itself through recurring patterns in your life, such as relationship issues, self-sabotage, or repeating the same mistakes? Examine these patterns and try to understand the underlying causes. What part of your shadow might be driving these patterns? 4. Engage in self-reflection. Taking time for self-reflection is essential in recognizing your shadow. Journaling, meditation, or even talking with a trusted friend or therapist can help you uncover parts of 5. Embrace vulnerability. Recognizing your shadow can be scary and challenging, as it requires confronting aspects of yourself that you might not be proud of. It's essential to embrace vulnerability and be willing to face your fears and insecurities. Remember, acknowledging your shadow is an act of courage and self-compassion. When I started recognizing my shadow, it was both scary and liberating. I began to see the patterns in my life and understand why I acted in certain ways. It was like peeling back layers of an onion, revealing deeper truths about myself that I had never considered before. As you embark on this journey of self-discovery, remember that it's a continuous process, and some days will be more challenging than others. Be patient with yourself and stay committed to the journey. The insights and growth you'll gain are worth it. Facing and integrating the shadow is a challenging but necessary process for personal growth. It involves confronting and accepting those parts of ourselves we'd rather keep hidden, which can be uncomfortable and even painful. Here are some strategies to help you face and integrate your shadow. 1. Seek professional help. Working with a therapist or counselor trained in jungian psychology or other depth-oriented approaches can be incredibly beneficial in helping you navigate the complex process of facing and integrating your shadow. 2. Practice self-compassion. Facing your shadow will likely bring up feelings of shame, guilt, or self-judgment. Remind yourself that we all have shadows, and it's a natural part of the human experience. Be gentle and compassionate with yourself as you explore these hidden aspects of your psyche. 3. Cultivate self-awareness. Continue to engage in self-reflection, journaling, and meditation to gain insight into your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This ongoing self-awareness will help you recognize and integrate your shadow more effectively. 4. Engage in deep conversations. Sharing your experiences with trusted friends or support groups can provide valuable insights and validation. Opening up about your shadow with others can help you feel less alone and strengthen your connections. 5. Embrace change. Integrating your shadow will likely require you to make changes in your life, whether in your relationships, habits, or beliefs. Be open to change and willing to let go of old patterns that no longer serve you. As you start integrating the shadow, you'll experience a more balanced and authentic sense of self. You'll see improvements in your relationships, self-awareness, and emotional resilience. Your newfound understanding of your shadow will allow you to navigate life's challenges with more clarity and wisdom. We've explored the concept of the shadow, delved into its presence in our lives, and discussed strategies for facing and integrating it. Embracing your dark side is a vital part of your personal development, and while it may be challenging, it's an essential step towards self-awareness and shadow integration. So I encourage you to be brave and embark on this transformative journey. By facing your shadow, you're opening the door to personal growth, enhanced relationships, and a more authentic life. You'll begin to understand yourself more deeply, shedding light on those hidden aspects that once seemed insurmountable. As you progress, remember that this journey is not a linear one. It's an ongoing process of self-exploration, growth, and self-compassion. Be patient with yourself, and embrace the challenges and triumphs that come with self-discovery. By facing your shadow, you're taking charge of your own personal evolution, becoming a more integrated and authentic version of yourself. Thank you for joining me on this adventure into the world of Carl Jung and the shadow. Keep exploring, be curious, and remain open to the insights and wisdom that come from facing your dark side. And above all, be kind to yourself as you embark on this fascinating journey of self-discovery. Embrace the journey, embrace your shadow, and embrace the potential for a more authentic and fulfilling life.